What's up, guys? You are welcome along to this match reaction where Brighton deservedly have beat Liverpool by 3 goals to 0 to pile the pressure back on Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. I'm here to give you my take on the 90 minutes, the problems that I see, any possible solutions, and of course to allow you guys to vent at what was yet another shambles of a performance from Liverpool Football Club. There is a lot to unpack, and I'm going to try my best to stay calm, stay composed, which is a nice change for me, and give you my real thoughts on how things currently sit. So as I said, I do want to start off this match reaction by fully crediting Brighton and their team and De Zerbi and all of the people associated with that football club, because they played us off the park today. They were by far the better team. 3-0 didn't flatter them in any way, shape or form. Could have been a lot worse. They scored some good goals. Fair play to Brighton. Want to put that out there straight away. But before I get stuck into my thoughts on the team selection, on Jurgen Klopp's future, and on the players that are currently putting in shambles after shambles when it comes to performances out there, just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Circl, the football sweepstakes game where the winner is decided by events that happen live on the pitch and every moment counts. If you want to join us for future circles like today's one, you can do so by downloading the Circl app with the QR code in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You do have to be a UK resident, age 18 plus, and it is a gambling product, so begambleaware.org is there for your social and responsible gambling tools. Right, look, I can't sugarcoat this. The team selection was a disgrace. All week I said the same thing. We're going to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and he's going to stink the gaff up. But you know what? I can't sit here and blame that performance on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. There is a lot of questions that we need to go through. Now, firstly, as I said, I want to give credit to Brighton. They were fantastic today, and it's a joy to watch them when they're not playing us, because they play a very attractive, progressive brand of football. So give them their credit. They deserve it. They beat us convincingly, and they deserve all the plaudits for today. Very good performance from Brighton. But I'm not a Brighton fan, so Brighton don't really bother me or concern me. But what does concern me is what we're seeing. Now, before we go through the team selection in detail, and before I go through my thoughts on the game, I want to be honest. I'm worried that Jurgen Klopp is going to walk. People are going to talk about sacking him and all that kinds of stuff. He doesn't deserve to be sacked in any way, shape or form, but I am worried that he may walk. And I don't think I'm the only one. Well, going by my WhatsApp messages, I don't feel like I'm the only one who has that concern. Now look, some of you might be watching this video and you might be thinking, well, Craig, he deserves the sack. I think differently, but I can't make excuses for some of the selections. And that brings me nicely around to the starting 11 today. Again, it's just Jurgen Klopp putting faith in players who continue week after week to let him down. Trent AlexanderArnold was shambolic today. Mitoma turned him inside out on numerous occasions. And he just can't defend. I'm sorry, I don't want to be saying this, but I have to be honest. He cannot defend. He can't. Every time his position is incorrect. His body shape is incorrect. What Joel Matip was doing to pass them the ball at the start of the second half, I do not know. But you know what? All this doesn't really make a bit of difference. Who I pin the blame on, what I moan about. Ultimately, we are a shambles right now. And something needs to give. I don't know what that something is right now, but I hope it isn't Jurgen Klopp's tenure at the football club. He has to take some responsibility. It's easy for me or Paddy or anybody else to sit here and point the finger at FSG, but ultimately Jurgen Klopp picks the team. And Jurgen Klopp once again repaid shambolic performances by subpar players and put them out there to do another job. What did he expect was going to happen when you start playing Oxlade-Chamberlain again on the left hand side, the fourth time? It didn't work for any of the previous three, so what made him make that decision again? This sounds ludicrous, what I'm about to say, but I remember a time when Jose Mourinho was manager of Manchester United, and I almost felt like he got to the point where he was daring the club to do something, daring the club to make a decision. Jurgen Klopp's team selections have me feeling a similar way. I don't want Klopp to go. I want him to be given strengthening tools to go out there and buy players in the market. I want the players that are at the club to start doing their jobs. But I keep saying the same thing, and all those people that want to point a finger and laugh or tell me I'm deluded, I've said it over and over and over again. You can't expect players to just keep going to the well and digging deep. It needs investment, it needs fresh legs, it needs fresh bodies. But the big question will also come with regards to, does the coaching staff need that refreshing? Does Jurgen Klopp need to go? I don't think so. I hope you don't think so. But he can't keep doing what he's doing and then being surprised when people are calling him out or his selections out or his players out. Because as much as Brighton deserve immense credit for a great performance, they didn't have to work very hard. They put us to the sword and we all seen it coming. I did my preview, my predictions for this game, and I said that I was being optimistic for a 1-1 draw because I couldn't in good conscience sit here and tell you that we were going to win. We were never going to win this game. I knew it going into it. You probably knew it at home. So there are no excuses. There is no scapegoating. It is a collective failure from those at the football club. And how we fix it, I don't know. I really don't know. But right now we are 10 points behind our arch rivals, Manchester United, who of course won the Manchester derby earlier on, but beat Manchester City by 2-1. So we knew when this game was kicking off the gap. We knew we needed a performance, but those boys have given up. That's not an easy thing for me to sit here and say, but those players have given up. I don't know if they've given up on the manager, if they've given up on each other, or if they just have nothing left. But right now, we're in a bad way. And the football club needs some positivity. And I don't know where it's going to come from. Because one player, even if it is a midfielder, isn't going to stop this decline that we're seeing unfolding in front of our eyes. I'm really frustrated. I'm really angry. I'm very saddened. But I'm not surprised. Where do you think this ends up? Because it doesn't seem like it's going to end well. Do FSG have the nuts to sack Jurgen Klopp? Do they have the right to potentially sack Jurgen Klopp? Does Jurgen Klopp look at this and go, I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. My words aren't having the impact they used to have, and the players just aren't putting in a performance. If you're asking me for my opinion, I'm always going to be behind the manager. How on earth it took him, and I tried to roughly calculate this, about 12 minutes from when I first started seeing Harvey Elliott and Bendo getting stripped off to when they came onto the pitch. Now look, it's irrelevant, but it's another indication of what is it going to take? What is it going to take before Jurgen Klopp starts to wield the axe? What is it going to take before Jurgen Klopp starts to show a ruthless streak that as of yet we just haven't seen? Because that's what's going to be required if he is going to save his job at the football club. Because this cannot continue. It can't continue from the players, it can't continue from the owners, and it can't continue from the manager. We're in trouble. Make no mistake, we are in trouble. This is no overreaction. As you can see, I haven't shouted once. I haven't raised my voice because this doesn't surprise me. I expected this. Because you can't look at what we've done in recent weeks and expect anything else. So something has to give right now, my friends. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Is it down to the manager? Is it down to the players? Is it down to the owner? Because whichever way you look at it, either the players aren't playing for the manager or the manager isn't getting what he wants from the players with regards to the instructions he's given them. But I don't think there's one answer. I think it's a culmination of a lot of things. So as I said, my big fear right now is that Jurgen Klopp walks. Now some of you might think that's a good thing. Maybe I'm old school, but I don't. I think he does deserve the opportunity to build a second team. The problem is, it's very much looking like, unless we pull a miracle out of our backsides and win the Champions League, we're either going to be in Thursday Night Football next season or not in any European football next season. That's the harsh reality of where we are right now. It's time to take the blinkers off, and it's time to start asking the tough questions. So I put it over to you. Who's at fault? What is the solution? And how and when do we start putting it into action? It's a shambles, my friends. Liverpool Football Club's glory days are behind us at this moment in time. And it's going to take one hell of a push, one hell of an effort to get it back on track. This season is a wash with regards to the league. The FA Cup on Tuesday night, you never know, might be a catalyst to spring us into some form of positivity, but I'm not holding out much hope right now. So as I sit here, I'm absolutely crestfallen, heartbroken, frustrated, but not surprised. And I don't know what else to say, because I don't really have a solution that I want to offer up, because every solution I can give you, bar FSG disappearing, is one that's going to make me sad, and probably you guys as well. But Jurgen Klopp needs to be ruthless, because these boys are not showing up, and it's a consistent thing. And Jurgen Klopp also needs to grow a pair and stop making the same stupid team selections week after week after week. Stop telling us that you can't solve everything in the transfer market. You can solve some of it, Jurgen, by not rewarding the likes of Chamberlain, who's horrendous, by not rewarding the likes of Henderson, who is finished, by not rewarding the likes of Fabinho, who you're apparently trying to convince us is getting back to his best. He isn't, Jurgen. We have our own eyes. We can see it. Trent cannot defend. Matip gave the ball away for a goal. These are all stupidly basic things. Trent cannot defend. Don't believe me? Listen to any of the commentary for the game about his body positioning when Mitoma was running at him, or Mitoma, was running at him. It's just not good enough. So decisions have to be made. It isn't up to me who makes them or what decision it is, but I need Liverpool Football Club to make a big call, because right now the season's going to pass us by. We are a laughing stock, and we deserve all the banter that's coming our way. That's it for me. I've nothing else to add right now, but I'm nervously awaiting what's going to happen over the next day or two, because my gut feeling is we're not going to like it. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.